Hello everybody! Today we're going to be going over an exotic that got a buff when Season of the Deep dropped. And that is Sanguine's Alchemy. It got a 17% buff in PvE and a 4.5% buff in PvP. The trait Blood Magic gives it a bonus weapon damage to weapons that match the subclass, and extended duration of any rift that you're in. And they do mean any rift, whether it's yours or a teammate's. Now, I'm not gonna lie to you, this all sounds well and good, but honestly it's a little underwhelming. One reason is because Blood Magic doesn't seem to stack with any other weapon search mods, and another is to really take full advantage of this exotic, you have to be standing inside your rift. So the type of gameplay that this is really promoting is very stationary. Maybe in like endgame content where you can't really be running around and kill everything as much. But even then, because of the health of most targets, I don't think you're really going to be benefiting much from the exotic perk. But nevertheless, I wanted to be able to say that I've made at least a half decent build with this thing. And I found that pairing this with Bad Juju made for a pretty good build. Because of Bad Juju's perk, String of Curses, where kills refill the magazine, give damage buff, and grant super energy. You can take advantage of the buff from Blood Magic from Sanguine's Alchemy on a special weapon instead of a primary. This helped open up the build a little more, and the special weapon that I was taking advantage of was Path of Least Resistance. We got this back in Season of the Seraph, and anyone who played that season, it is craftable, and anyone who didn't, Banshee does sell it from time to time. Now I tried this on every subclass, and every subclass did seem to have some good synergy, but all in all, the one I was personally having the most fun with was Arc, specifically Chaos Reach. Now, we're going to be running Healing Rift. Now, you can run Empowering Rift if you like, but personally, I didn't see much benefit of it, but to each their own. Our first aspect is Electrostatic Mind, to create ionic traces when defeating jolted or blinded enemies. Next up is Lightning Surge. Now, if you're wondering why I run this instead of Arc Souls, that's a pretty simple question. Arc Souls is just too damn good. As soon as they kick in, they just destroy everything, and it becomes this battle to try and get kills to trigger Blood Magic. And the Arc Souls themselves do not trigger the exotic perk. Now, our first fragment is going to be Spark of Shock, so we can jolt targets with our grenades. Next is Spark of Beacons, so when we get a kill with our Arc special weapon, we blind everyone else nearby. Then we have Spark of Discharge, so we can create ionic traces with our Arc weapons. And finally, Spark of Ions, to create more ionic traces when defeated a jolted enemy. Now, for anyone wondering why not try a Risk Runner or the new Arc exotic auto rifle we got for the season, I did. And because of Superconductor, the perk on Risk Runner, it kind of falls in the same issue that Arc Soul had, that of it being too damn good. It is easier to maintain Blood Magic with Risk Runner, but eventually you're gonna find yourself that you killed everything and kind of just wasted the rift. But I will say it does have the potential to be a little more viable in endgame due to the health of targets. Now, as for the new auto rifle, the Centrifuge, it's a movement based exotic weapon. It's really meant for a more movement based playstyle. Now, by all means, you can run circles in your rift if you want, but I kind of just don't see the point of it. The gameplay loop is pretty simple. This really is a laid back gameplay style. This is meant for you to just sit in the bag, throw some grenades, get a kill or two with your trace rifle, blind everything around you, and really use Bad Juju to build up your super faster than normal. And as soon as you see a tankier enemy pop up, or a boss, you just pop Chaos, which will melt it. And because of our fragments and our aspects, it's just going to be creating ionic traces, which leads to uptime on all abilities. And just continue to sit back and plink away at enemies. It really is just like I want to turn my brain off and just shoot things from afar. You know, it's a really ease back kind of play style. But that's going to be it for me this week. Hope you guys try this thing out and have some fun with it. As always, a like and subscribe always helps and is appreciated. But above all else, keep a kind heart, a keen mind, and a savage soul. I'll see you guys later. Peace.